Okay. Wait a second. Yeah, okay, this is all working. Yeah, hello everybody. I'm just closing... I'm closing down tabs on Chrome because I know if I have those open at some point I'll get sent an email and you'll all get an email ping. So, hello. Yeah, So yes, as the title of this video will say, I'm back on OpCrux. Yeah, and hopefully I'll be able to go an entire video without having my bitrate drop to 0 randomly. Now I'm back at university. That's the hope. That's the hope. We'll see if that actually happens. And yeah, you can tell perhaps that the server has been up for a little while. Okay, that's actually better than I dared hope. Yeah, it's been up for a little while, and there are rather a lot of assembly turrets since they don't despawn. But yeah, last time I was doing this, we had issues. We were able to leave survival, but we weren't able to actually complete that. We've now completed it. There was an update done. So I was also really confused how Simon knew which character to update on the webpage. Turns out what was happening was he was just fixing all of them in the webpage simultaneously. I haven't actually fixed this character on the webpage, but because other people have in the intervening time, this character is now both out of survival and has that mission completed. After my playthrough last time, Simon asked me for the mission ID, gave it to him, and so that got added to the SQL script. So yes, going through, I know in terms of playing through, we can get as far as Nimbus Station. Fairly certain Spider Queen isn't implemented. Maybe it will be. Maybe it will be, and I will be really, really pleasantly surprised. But I'm fairly certain it isn't. However, I don't think that Simon has put any of the kind of standard artificial things we get from lots of the servers where they just don't let you go past certain worlds. I think all worlds are implemented in OpCrux, or not all worlds are implemented, sorry, but all worlds are accessible. And so, yeah. It's a bit of a delay, and given the number of these quick builds lying on the floor, I am not entirely surprised by that. I wouldn't blame the server for being a little bit sad and confused right now as well. It seems half the time those aren't registering, so let's... was wondering if that was due to range, and so I tried to unequip that, but it seems it's not totally certain it wants to unequip. It's fair enough. So yeah, other things I'm going to be thinking about in this run, I might do a GM add item to give me the Maelstrom bricks, because the drop rates have been significantly lower here than on other servers. And so, yeah, it doesn't necessarily seem worth it. I don't know if I have the perms for that, so I'll have to check. And so I think the best thing I can do at the moment, if I actually want to get stuff, is run around between two different areas, smashing things, so that hopefully by the time I return, things will have respawned. Things loot will finally have dropped, which seems to be going all right. Yeah, officially the worst part of LU, I swear, is this. Actually, no, I would have said that until the other night when I was playing through Nexus Tower. And as of playing through Nexus Tower, I discovered another worst part of LU, which I was going to say it's the Maelstrom Brick mission, because this one just takes ages, no matter what server you're on. But on top of that, there's also the Nexus Tower fetch quests, which are the most tedious thing I've ever seen, I think. I assume they're trying to introduce you to all the different vendors around the place, which, okay, fair enough, kind of, but Nexus Tower is quite large, and to get to the paradox vendors, you have to go through a thing that forcibly basically makes you. I mean, the server treats it as though you're smashed, even though you don't lose anything as you would if you were smashed. Oh, hello. Another Maelstrom brick, which basically means you get stuck for a little while, and it takes ages. So that is. Those missions were not Net Devil's greatest achievements. Just throw out there. Okay, we're getting some bricks now. Getting some bricks. Maybe it just feels, because we've got this little bit of server lag, maybe it just feels as though we're getting fewer drops. That is entirely possible. I'm wondering where we have the most stromlings to farm. Hello, Vanguardian. I never remember what Vanguardian's actually for. It's a really useful one because it pretty much determines how you fight the Spider Queen, because it gives you those 5 explosive thingies. 5 firecrackers, but yeah, it's... I never remember precisely what it's for because I just get it at about this point on every single run I do. I'm assuming it must be stromlings because I haven't smashed any spiderlings yet, and I think the only other smashing achievement in Avant Gardens comes from smashing a mixture of spiderlings, stromlings, and mechs. Paradox Protector, perhaps, I think. Anyway, yeah, riveting gameplay here. I hope you're all enjoying watching me run around and smash a limited number of stromlings to get a very, very limited number of Maelstrom bricks. Because the server's dying under the weight of a huge number of sentry quick builds. Hey, we're slowly making our way there. Slowly. Ooh, and another one. But yeah, so I'm pretty much. I've begun to realise I should not do streams at this time of day because this time of day seems to work for nobody, especially not during a weekday. But so I very rarely get more than like a couple of viewers. But I'm just doing these so they're here if people want to watch them. I don't really mind if there aren't too many people live, although it is very fun when people are. Hello, MM12. And Ninja of the Shadow. No, I say nor was I. Nor was I the first time I did this server. I did last time I noted this glitch and was... Well, I noted this glitch. I knew this glitch existed. I wasn't expecting to have to cope with it and to have there be quite this many. I didn't really realise that. I kind of assumed the server would have been restarted at some point, but it is truly beautiful. I've got to be careful, as you just didn't see me being there, not to smash the sentries, the corrupted mechs, because every time I do that, the lag just increases. server just gets a harder and harder time. I have no idea if that actually is what's causing the lag. Oh no, I may have just smashed that guy. Not certain. No idea if that is what's causing the lag. It seems reasonable that it could be. See, I seem to be making a good return in terms of money. Not so good in terms of Maelstrom bricks. So I might just get up the ID for those quickly and spawn some of those in. Because I don't know, I'm assuming people don't want to watch me sit and run in a circle smashing Stromlings indefinitely. But on the other hand, every single time I say that, I get a Maelstrom brick. And then I feel like, oh, well, maybe the drop rates aren't so bad. Maybe I should just keep grinding. It's a little... But yes, and on top of this, there has been a lot of content dropping on DLU, so I'm also planning on covering that on this channel, doing some streams of that in the near future. You'll have seen small things. You'll have seen stuff like, or if you watch this channel anyway, you'll have seen stuff about racing, but that was buggy at the time, and I ended up spending most of my time looking for other stuff. So I didn't really focus too much on that. I've been racing a lot more, and I've gotten reasonably good at Vertigo Loop. So what do I have to say on Jet taking over OpCrux? Firstly, I could never refer to him as Jet. He is angry in my mind and will always remain as such. I don't know. It's a thing I have with people in this community. I can if someone changes names, that never goes into my head. Their name just remains whatever it was to begin with. So, for instance, anyone on the forums, MM12 might remember Valin. Valin went with the name Valin because it was one of his first characters in a roleplay, and then later on was like, actually, possibly should have gone with Blue because that's going to be the name of my character in game. I cannot think of him as anything other than Valin now. So, but anyway, I have gone sidetracked onto the question. From the question of what do I think of Entropy taking over OpCrux. It means, for starters, means OpCrux is going to have a dev. That's my first reaction. And I think it feels to me like he will prefer it. He has had quite a large number of complaints with Uchu over the years, and so over the years, yeah, he's been in the community actively as an active dev for more than a year now, I think. But yeah, he's disliked some things with Uchu. He's bemoaned, for instance, the fact that it forcibly uses the TCP UDP mod and has some stuff there for security. And so it'll be nice for him to work on OpCrux, I think, where he has that little bit more freedom. He would be basically the only active developer. So, yeah. Valen still exists. He is... I'm friends with him on Discord. He's not active in the LCDR community. I think it was a similar reason I stopped posting actively on the forums back in the day. He was just like real life took over, and because like simultaneously myself, Valin, Kitty, or stopped posting actively on the forums and Nitro as well. When we came back, there were kind of fewer people posting actively on the forums, so we never really had anyone to talk to as actively, and hence it kind of died off. Also, I spent a stupid amount of time on the forums, replying to messages. I don't know when I ever found that time in my life. I certainly do not have that time anymore. So no, I think Entropy will enjoy it significantly more working on working on OpCrux than on Uchu. I hope so. And he also had complaints about speed of Uchu and like complain about it being C#. I think most people are kind of like, that's not the issue, but he did have issues with the speed of C#, which like there are speed differences between the languages. I'm not saying there aren't. How significant they are is another question, but given LCDRU was written in Python, but which in terms of like raw language speed would never be winning any competitions, but yeah, I'll enjoy it for that sake. So yeah, I think on his from his perspective, it's probably a good move. Obviously, it means we now have fewer active developers working on Uchu, which is sad. I mean, as you'll know, I'm 12, but other people might not. Nexus posted a message the other day on Uchu basically saying he is, for a good part of the foreseeable future, he's not going to be looking at it as heavily, not spending as much time on it. And so now primarily we have Zayok, which is one dev compared to the 3 or 4 who were working on it at the time when you had like Mick, Encry, Zayop, and Nexus. But I think Uchu still was points for being the friendliest project for a new developer to start looking at. And so I feel if any project is likely to get new developers, I would say it's Uchu. But I mean, a huge amount of this, I guess, is perception, and this is me literally right now entrenching the same reason OpCrux shut down to begin with, which is the fact that OpCrux just gets discounted just because of the fact that, I don't know, people don't see it as being the easy-to-use project. Like, I literally just did that there, and that was exactly the problem Simon was having, that people did just write it off. So hopefully that will change. Hopefully we'll get more people working on OpCrux. We'll have to see, but fingers crossed. Yes, so I don't know to what extent that answers your question, but in the time it took me to answer it, I've gone significantly closer to my target of 15 Maelstrom, to the possibly slowest achieved target of 15 Maelstrom bricks. I think the drop rates are just significantly lower on here. Oh, and for anyone wondering why I am going around like this, who wasn't here perhaps earlier on, it's because there's a little bit of lag in drops, and so I might as well already be running to the next Stromling by the time I've smashed one of them. And the reason why I'm doing it in this area rather than any others is it's large enough and there are enough Stromlings nearby that I can do a complete lap and they will have respawned. And so yes, I could spawn these in. I could spawn some Maelstrom bricks in with commands, but it seems like we are now close enough that I won't have to bother doing that. Which means I can keep this to a completely vanilla run. Nearly there. One more to go. But yes, so today's plan, it's basically seeing how far I can get on here, and possibly, if I get far enough, if I manage to exhaust content, I might hop on and take a look at DLU. I'm not planning on that at the moment. Uchu is very hard to get to install and run. For the amount of content it has, it's easier than anything else. Okay, no, that's not true. It's easier than anything else that's public. I mean, DLU is easier to install and run, but... Well, as a server, actually, it probably isn't. From the perspective of an average user trying to play on it, possibly. But yes, no. In terms of YouTube being hard to install and run, it's harder than, say, Willis. but it's not as bad as, hey, the final brick, yes, yes. Yeah, it's not as bad as was made out to be by a large number of people in the community originally. Wait, Westbley's this direction, yes. How long will OpCrux stay? I don't know, I'm missing jump attacks with this. I'm going to take it off. How long will OpCrux stay open for? That is currently to be decided. It was initially going to be a month, but basically Simon knew I was... So I just noticed my bit rate suddenly dropping. Which means the bitrate problem I've had isn't to do... Has this been going on throughout more parts of the stream and I just haven't been noticing? Whatever that is, that means the bitrate problem would seem to be related to LU perhaps then? I don't know. Okay, we have the problem of the invisible bricks. Okay, let's just see if it's related to me. Because I noticed it happened just after I used that. So, it's pure coincidence. I could do a quick client mod that ups the range. Depending on how Simon has implemented it, I could do a quick client mod that ups the range of this so it takes any... So it sucks in any bricks. I'm, for now, just kind of hoping that the people who did this previously knew where these invisible bricks were, and so hopefully, if I do this, I might get lucky and might get one. But because it could be, I think I have seen this on the past various servers where the bricks just are entirely invisible. So I think that is a bug that can happen, but it seems like that is not the bug that is happening here. I don't know if there's a good way to complete this mission. I don't know if there's a /complete command on Uchu or anything like that. Okay, but it seems we're not getting... Seems we're not getting any of these. So yeah, I guess I could try... I don't remember. So somewhere in the clients there is a script that determines the radius of suction. And you can just set that to be arbitrarily large and suck them in from anywhere, which is like, wow, brilliant hack, Ninja. So that does basically nothing. Okay, yeah. So I don't know if anyone on here, anyone watching this, has been playing OpCrux sufficiently far to reach this stage. Yeah, give it a relog. That's worth a try. Okay. And I can only, MM12 says, I can only assume working on a project alone can be real stressful, so we just got to send GL. I'm assuming, good luck, yeah. I'm assuming that's the GL someone you're referring to. I don't know. It feels like it might be something else, but that's what I'm going to assume. I mean, not going to lie, the 0% it isn't real promising. If I'm honest. Okay, I'm going to also get opcrux.org up. Okay, let's restart the client. Hopefully, client restart. It could just be a server crash. It could be maybe that crashes the server for some reason, which might also mean that okay, it's not to be a server crash. Maybe I just need to wait longer. Oh no, okay, so something was weird with that character. I guess Switch minifigures wasn't working properly. That would have to be my guess. Okay, well this isn't looking 100% promising. Wait a second, that's not the right password for this server. Okay, that annoys me. Oh no. Okay, and it's because it logged out. Okay, so there is a I guess with the LCDR unpacked or LCDR unpacked client, which is that whenever you fail to connect to the server, it resets you to localhost. Nobody knows why this happens. It just does. Okay, so OpCrux play to cornflake every time something breaks. Well, given I'm back at uni, will it surprise you to know that I do have cornflakes to hand? Okay, so possibly what I'm just going to quickly go and do is change the title of this video on YouTube. So I think there's an automatic... Okay, that is the noise of a fox having its nose booped. Because that was what came up on YouTube when I opened it on Edge. Thank you. Okay, YouTube Studio. Let's change this. I apologise if that deafened anyone. I was not expecting it myself, and it scared the life out of me. Okay, let's get up live streams. Let's change the name on this. Check out OpCrux with a DLU, with a side of DLU. There we are. Okay, so single cornflake, bowl of cornflakes. Either one works. Okay, so if someone can remind me in about 10-15 minutes, I think is one of those two is how long it takes OpCrux's service to restart after a crash, and I will start bringing up DLU. Why is LEGO Universe not closing? Yeah, I agree this application's already... Okay, there we are. Okay, so just getting up DLU. I wonder if you can see the launcher. No, you can't. Okay, and it's not really worth showing my whole screen just so you can see the launcher. It's working. Hopefully. Yeah, it's visible. Okay. DLU is also down? That's odd, because DLU has been up, like, consistently recently. Seriously, I'm just going to try with the wrong password. Just to see. Okay, yeah, it is. It's actually not connecting to Auth. Huh. Okay, so we have... So that's 2 down. I guess technically there is still LCDR I can play on when in doubt. Yeah, because I mean, this isn't... Okay. This is always the fun of this kind of thing. Okay, let's get... And LCDR inevitably will be down because something would have happened because no one actively plays it at the moment. This is a bruh moment. I agree. Indeed, this is a bruh moment. Okay. What's the IP for you? I think this is right. Been a little while since I've logged into LCDRU, and I've put the correct mod on. You are secretly one and the same thing. Nice. Okay, wait a second. With the side of DLU and LCDRU, I guess I've got to add to the title. Maybe? There we are. I'm just updating the title as I go along. Okay, what's my password for this one? It's been genuinely a long time since I've... And LCDRU is just down. Why? Oh yeah. Thanks, YouTube, for sending six viewers now. Most viewers have had all stream, and this is the moment in time when none of the servers are up and running. This is not good. Okay, let's just try wrong password. But yeah, the fact that it's lagging out for a second, that is what happens when you can't connect to auth on with the TCP UDP mod. So what I can do is quickly send LCDR a message to let him know it's down, because he does intend to have it up at all times. So he will put it back up. The question is whether or not he is currently online. Let's send him a message. Yeah, he doesn't appear to currently be online. Okay. So, do a melodica solo until OpCrux is up again. Honestly, at this stage, I'm running out of options. That might be the only... Why are people joining the stream now? No, this is worst time you could possibly choose to do so. All of the servers are down. All of them. I'm going to try DLU again. DLU, see if anyone's posted anything. Let's just say... Okay, take 5 now at this stage. What's currently going on? We're just checking out different servers. Meant to be doing a playthrough of OpCrux. OpCrux crashed, and so I am now desperately trying to find another server, but every server I can think of seems to be down. Even DLU is down. The first time in probably about a month that DLU has actually been down. It is now down. Yeah, it is genuinely reaching the stage where it's just going to be a melodica solo for the next 20 minutes until OpCrux comes back up. No. Okay. Yeah, there are no other servers at the moment. God love YouTube for recommending this to me now. No! Why YouTube? You hate me. Okay. I guess I'm just going to have to go. So this was meant to be an OpCrux stream. I think just return to an OpCrux stream, and we'll just have to wait a little bit until the server goes back up, basically, I think. What is it? play.opcrux.org? Was that the URL? The IP? Or the server IP? play.opcrux.org, yeah. Okay, saving that. Big brains of the bell on. Nice. I just have to talk to you all about Entropy for some minutes. I can't, because that's not public, or not allowed to do videos on that, and I'm probably going to delete that message, I think, because it's actually do I need to delete the message? Possibly not, but I'm not meant to advertise. Oh no, okay. Got this up to delete the message. Go play Willis and pretend it's DLU. I don't actually have Willis downloaded on my computer at the moment, so I can't even do Willis. I guess I could open up a local Uchu instance. It's been... I can't spell .org. It's been ages since I've actually hosted it. I don't know if it would be working. If it would work at the moment if I just tried to open it up. But on the upside, the time I have spent doing this, OpCrux may actually have restarted. The time I've spent checking out all these other servers. Okay, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Come on, come in clutch. And of course, I now have the TCP UDP mod active, which won't. This won't work because it's OpCrux, and OpCrux doesn't use the TCP UDP mod. I basically have to. I've been switching this out back and forth. Okay. Videos are allowed to be recorded on there, but they're not allowed to advertise its existence. You'd love to hear about Entropy. You are saved from hearing about Entropy. You're saved from hearing about me ranting about the arrow of time. But yeah, I'm probably going to save this until I've written it down somewhere properly. But I've done some good thoughts on the arrow of time recently. I'm quite pleased with myself. If it's allowed to upload, so I think it's allowed to upload videos of the server. You're just not allowed to upload them. Yeah, I can see something in the distance. Is this? It is. Yeah, I could just play it and say it's a regular Uchu instance. I could, and I was considering that. However, you kind of doxed it. Because now I can't, because there'll be an advert for it. Okay. Because people would now know. Okay. Dropping this. We are back. We are back going. We have got 1 brick. I hope I don't have to relog every time and wait for a server restart to get more bricks. I don't know what commands I have. I don't think there is a /complete on this server. Okay. Okay, that's not in the same place, is it? I mean, it's certainly higher. Okay, hopefully I'm just going to farm this one. Hopefully that's all we need. Okay, so for everyone who's just turned up, has no idea what's been going on because I've been basically dying in like no, screaming that the servers are down for the past 10 minutes. Okay, let me correct the title of this video, given now it has literally just been OpCrux this entire time. OpCrux plus a mental breakdown by me. There we are. Okay, everything's back up. Cool. Okay, so I'm just going to farm this quickly. And after this, what happens? We get sent to Melody Foxtrot. Then we get sent... I'm going to see if I can pre-fire that slightly. Yes, I did. Suggesting, yeah, so I can give myself, for particular tasks, I can give myself items. I considered doing that for the Maelstrom infected bricks. I didn't in the end. I could have done so. But that wouldn't let you complete missions like this, where yeah, basically the count doesn't relate to an actual number of items. On the upside, look at me, I'm a rich boy for still being a Vanguardans. The game audio is not audible. Okay. Game audio is not audible. Okay. Is it not audible as in too quiet, or not audible as in genuinely inaudible? The last time I played was just for me. Okay, this is just going to be... Is this better? Or is it like entirely inaudible? I guess I could just move the screen quickly and... Okay. So it is coming up. I can just turn it. Why did I turn it up via my audio, which now means it's going to deafen me, rather than just turning it up in OBS? It does look very quiet, actually. So let's see. Is this... What's that getting up to now? Okay, that might be... It's a bit better. Hello, Rayman. It's now it'll sound too quiet. Is still too quiet now? I don't know. I can make it too much larger. Louder, honestly. Because, well, okay, no, I guess I can make it louder and just take my earphones out, so that I don't get deafened. Yeah, let me know if it's still too quiet. But yes, so plan for today. Oh, infinite Quixicles. I like it. I totally forgot about that. That is a bug, but I tell you, that is a bug I'm going to be abusing. the Maelstrom Brick quest took you ages because they wouldn't drop. Yeah, the people who were on here, I think it was who was it? It's like MM12 and Ninja of the Shadow. At the beginning, I don't know if anyone else was here. They weren't chatting. If they were, were basically just watching me run around in circles for like. Oh, okay. I just for like probably what 20 odd minutes. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the turrets, believe me, the turrets were all here earlier. In fairness, I'm a trumpet player. I used to sit in front of the trombone section some of the time. All the drums in the Hall of the Mountain King. Hall of the Mountain King does go hard, but the drums they're loud boys. Nearly wore earmuffs for that concert. That was fun. Okay. Is this gonna... Okay, yeah. I was going to be somewhat surprised if that all worked out perfect. Okay, the game is very confused, right? The game was... Okay, it will... I did not expect that to work. Okay, yep. I'm quite... I don't think... I shouldn't have access to the imagination boost. You don't get that with the trial gear normally, so I wonder if he has... So the reason trial gear is a little bit weird is because you basically have one item in your inventory, which it's kind of like a Valiant's weapon, in that you have... Where'd you go? Yeah, it's kind of like Valiant weapons in that you have items and it's one item, but it takes up multiple slots. And the way the game handles that, and in particular handles kicking off the other item, is it's what's known as a proxy item, which basically, when you equip one item, it automatically equips another item. No, some servers have issues with ranged weapons. I'm hoping that's not going to be the case here. I'm also hoping it could just be lag, as it was earlier. So we may have another instance of me running around on a slightly laggy server. Yeah, with no drops, which looks like it's what we're getting at the moment. What I'll do is I'll get these all down to low health, and then I'll smash them with my fists, and hopefully that might work. Depends whether or not... It depends where the problem lies, basically. Because it could be a problem specifically with the weapon I'm using. Could be a problem with the spiderlings. Notice I don't have any armor. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. And, I mean, I can't pick up anything anyway. Anything the kit is broken. Okay, let's see if I can do that, maybe. Ah, okay. Trying to remove the kit doesn't remove all parts. Okay, let's swap out items. Yeah, so actually you can see here, this is a good example I was talking about of proxy items, because this should normally be a two-handed weapon. And what happens is you equip the right hand, and the left hand gets automatically equipped. Wait, what just happened? Okay, the game is just getting very, very confused at this stage. Can try and do it. See if I can deal some damage with Fig on Fire. I figured that was a bit of a... Oh, wait a second. So did I do... Okay. Gonna use the spear. Okay, if this doesn't work, then that's fine, and I can just spawn in the items I need. It looks like it might be a case of it not working, so in that case I'll spawn items in. You wanna come over here? Hey. Yes, if this completely... Yes, indeed, I am truly what they would call the MLG pro gamer. Okay, they seem to be respawning. They just seem to not be dropping anything. In which case, does anyone happen to have... I can look this up quickly, but it'll take a second. Does anyone happen to have access to the... to LU Explorer or something to get the... to get the ID for them? The postcard item. Hey! First drop! First drop. Okay, maybe I'll just try doing none of the damage with the faction gear. See if that works. It's not looking that promising right now, if I'm honest. And that guy just heading on out. Even if I did drop anything, it probably fell through the floor. Hello. Oh, you. Okay, so it is just laggy, but I don't know if it is. It may well. I reached a stage where I think it might be too laggy for me to reasonably try and get all these postcards in the same way I got the 15 mousetrap bricks. So I've got the SQL browser open, or SQLite browser for the converted file. What do we want? Name postcard, I'm guessing. Spiderling postcard ID. That was faster than I expected. Is it geomadd item? Or is it give? Or is it neither? Don't know. Perhaps try the other spiders? Yeah, worth a go. Does anyone know? Does anyone know if the command is /give? Let me just. I could just check in the OpCrux Discord. Wait a second. I can also just bonk. Yeah. Okay. So I think for now the best bet is for me to quick. Hey, you dropped something. That something was not a postcard. Wasted your time looking for it. Sorry. Okay. So let me quickly get up. Oh, okay. Okay. That's good to know. Okay, OpCrux, let's see what people have had to say about the Spider Queen mission. I'm assuming they're just going to be saying using /give, but I'm hoping they'll tell me which command it is. Okay, so it should be geomadd item. Oh, and in the time I was looking away, it did add the item. Okay, brilliant. So I've just got a... spam. Okay. Add item. Well, let's just actually do geomadd item. Oh, now it's just... Okay, just took a little while the first time around. That's cool. Okay, brilliant. I'm not giving you that refund, Vicey, because because you've spent so much time speedrunning the monument and going faster than me on the monument. I think you've got time to spare. Just in the amount of time you haven't wasted on the monument. How did I find that so quickly? I used SQLite DB browser and literally just looked up postcard, and there is one item in the game with the tooltip, with the name in the object postcard. That is how. Okay, can I trash these? I can indeed, that's good. Okay, this just goes up and down on a fixed loop in OpCrux. Using the uni objects list, yeah. I was discussing this with Avery the other day. Despite all the memes about uni, etc. For too long, I and lots of other people were still using it because it just gave a really handy list of things. It doesn't include everything, but it includes a lot of stuff. I'm sure the bouncer works, but I like being mean to Theo Balfour. Yeah, there are quite a lot of things that are missing out of the UniDB. In particular, I think it only pulled the objects table, and there are lots of items which have like all of the component, or lots of things which have all of the components you need to make them work in the game, but which don't appear in the objects table. So stuff, for instance, like the new Ninjago enemies that were going to be added, those do not appear anywhere in the objects table. I wonder if I could just fig on fire some of these things. No. That's worth a try. I didn't know if it was going to be a case, like, on lots of servers, the first damage works on Fig on Fire, and the rest doesn't. Okay, it seems here we're not given a 100% drop chance. Because I should have gotten a thing from this guy down here. I don't think I did. Yeah, no, I should have had more hamster wheels by now, I think. Though I definitely should have had more hamster wheels. Anyway. Okay. The laser's colour is the name of the path. I hadn't actually noticed that the laser's colour I'm bad at this game. I didn't notice that the laser's colour in particular is the name of the path, I must admit. I normally looked at the railings. I want this guy. Okay, it looks like he's I was kind of like, oh, I just need one more laser. That won't be too hard. Okay, I've got one now. Okay, cool. Okay, one more laser, one more hamster wheel. Yeah, I feel for OpCrux, honestly. Because, why did I not smash that? Because, like, had a server had this stuff a little while back, I would have been raving about it, singing its praises for all to hear. And now it's kind of reached a stage of a couple of servers have it. And it's no less impressive, but, like, the shock of seeing it has kind of reduced. Which is, I'm not saying it's right, it's just, it's a shame because that means that then people don't look at OpCrux with the same level of awe, for instance, with which I first saw LCDRU. Despite the fact that, like, in terms of the actual time spent actively working on the particular version of the server, like, I'm fairly certain OpCrux had all of this implemented before, like, faster on the particular server version than LCDRU did. Just because LCDRU was something LCDR had worked on since the game had closed, whereas OpCrux was quite recent. Like past couple of years, it had the current code base, or the current code base was being worked on. Uchi now has this too. Yeah. Yeah, I seem to. I remember Uchi didn't Winston add this originally. This was back. So Uchi's had this for quite a while. Oh, okay. I'm being bad. I'm not living up to the pro gamer status with which Vice Ski applauded me earlier. Very sad. Come on. Really? Okay, conclusion, OpCrux just has really, really harsh drop rates on everything. Okay. Okay, these we can do reasonably quickly. At least there's just a nice path you can go on which gets all of them. Actually, oh, okay. I wonder if that gets destroyed after a period of time, or if it just remains up there indefinitely. I mean, that's cool. That's something DLU didn't have for ages, which is platforms. Platforms, like, they're not properly working, but at least in a usable form. Which means I think I probably tried this on my previous run through, because note I have that extra heart, which means I probably did all this, but let's just do it again, because I'm sure there are more people here now than were on my previous video. There we are. I don't think it waits for you, but yeah, okay, so not there. I'm assuming I got the imagination brick whilst I was up here. Yeah, I did. Gonna have to launch the mouse-only challenge. Is that you literally just... The only way you can move forward is by rapidly attacking? Is there a way of moving forward with the mouse? I don't know. I do not know if this is possible. Uh-oh, Rusty. Don't say the game's crashing. Don't do that to me. Okay. I'm gonna log out. Oh, and of course, because okay, I forget that when I log out, I might as well close the thing, because this is LCDR. Oh yeah, did you say that MM12, that Nexus's launcher didn't have that problem? Because if so, that'd be interesting. Middle mouse makes you walk. On trackpad, mate. How about one button press for trackpad users, and we just have to be walking forward constantly the entire time? Let's just... do I have anything that's small enough and heavy enough to just rest on W? I mean, my keys are, but I can't balance them up there. Nexus Launcher does not have that bug. Interesting. Get a mouse. No. Make me. Okay, so something very cool found out the other night. There's no specific combo on a trackpad to do middle click. Depends on the device driver and who made your trackpad. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So something I found out about the other night is that there is an option in LU for variable jump height, and it is the most cursed thing you will ever play with. So this is a thing in LWO.xml, which is basically the settings folder in your client, and one of the settings you can turn on. Tap with 3 fingers to do middle click. I'm currently tapping with 3 fingers. Apparently not. Or apparently not on this anyway. Yeah, and so yeah, variable jump height is a thing that exists in LU. It is disabled by default, and it does not let you jump any higher. So it doesn't give you an advantage in that sense. I'm just going to note, actually, this is spawned in and works. You're not getting the error "this quick build is not ready for use" message with this. That's happened on DLU for quite a while, which is related to the object ID lottery. Okay, where are the birds? Where are the birds? But yes, so variable jump height. It doesn't... I feel it's something that you could enable, and I might suggest, mention that. I think in the past I've discussed that speedrunners should be able to change settings in LWO.xml. Anyone in the speedrun community should do that and have it still be valid. Have their run be valid. But yeah, it is the most cursed way of controlling your character effort. It basically, what happens is your jump height depends on basically how long you're hitting space for. So effectively what happens is the second you release space, your character begins to go back down. And it's just not right. Because that also means, right, you don't fall in like a nice you don't do a nice parabola or anything, or because the game doesn't know in advance when you're going to let go of the mouse button, the space. You just have that one trajectory. Okay, I think I'm just going to sit and wait here because it seems there weren't any birds anywhere else on the monument. Do I have any knowledge of the Forum Uni book? Not that springs to mind. Uni book is not ringing any bells at the moment. Hello. Boo. There we are. No, so jumping in LU, normally, I'm just tapping, like I don't need to press and hold to go higher. Here, if with variable jump height, if I did like a short press, then I might only get like up to my mouse off the ground. Or like it is possible, I wrote a quick auto hotkey script to just make me, well it wasn't auto hotkey actually, but a similar program to make me just instantly press and release. And by doing that, you literally just, I'm assuming you, for a second, temporarily enter the jump state, but nothing interesting. Okay, that's just me being bad. Yeah, Funky was wondering if we could find any bugs with that. I did not find any. There are definitely, it definitely feels like there are places where that could be, where you could, I feel that would be a thing you could add for kind of, I've discussed and like suggested the idea of having like I've been trying to encourage the formation of when LU goes live of some sort of, in inverted commas, Kaizo community, kind of like that from, well, I mean, Kaizo just being a term from the Mario ROM hack community originally, I believe. Basically the idea of difficult, it'll be difficult properties or difficult, yeah, just challenging things involving very precise movement. Particularly, presumably, it will be properties because worlds. I do intend to look into once it becomes kind of possible to make worlds in some reasonably easy way. I will look into doing that, but that's going to be quite a while off. Okay, that was just on top of that. Okay, that seems like it's going to be quite a while off for now. Okay, so let's see what happens. Okay, yeah, cool. Figure that would, still got the, okay, no, I don't. Brilliant. Depending on how random it is, so it is entirely dependent on how long you press. And yeah, there are definitely some times where it could be useful. So, let's see, it's probably not the case with this vendor, but let me check. So the vendors in NS, for instance, yeah, if I just jump and walk forwards, can't ever get in. It is possible to get in by jumping and doing a well-timed second double jump, because your second jump in a double jump doesn't get you as high. How did I manage that the first time? I think I just jumped at the right time, so that as I fell down. So it is possible. I don't think there's anything you can do with variable jump heights you couldn't do otherwise, but it would make it things, or nothing vanilla, but I can envisage things, especially speedrun stuff. Speedrun stuff, actually, on the monument, variable jump height would actually be, there we are, would actually be so helpful. Because when you're going up those 3 steps, well, I don't know if it is at the moment. I don't know how well that's sort of been optimized by yourself and Slayer, Visky, but yeah, those stairs on the monument, they're quite easy to kind of. You've got to jump it exactly right so that you land with enough time that you're not kind of in the air for, I don't know, 0.2 seconds, where it's just wasted time. And so variable jump height might actually be quite cool. Parkour courses would be hard to make since some of the objects don't have physics working on the alpha client. Yeah, I'm not going to... Oh. Look, a universe is not responding. I'm going to wait on this one because... go into lwo.xml and just look up variable underscore jump, and there we are. Crashed. I guess another one working. It could definitely, yeah, that could actually make things significantly more precise, or give you significantly more control. And yes, so currently DLU have rules against client modifications. I'm going to discuss with Neil, like, in detail about the status of LWO.xml, because, like, it's used for stuff like anti-aliasing. It's used for lots of stuff you might want to have. And it, thus far, has generated no actual exploits, to my knowledge. But yeah, for anyone who doesn't know what this LWO.xml file is, it is a file stored in your computer, stored inside app data, and basically it's where a lot of settings that I can edit over here are stored. But it is also where far, far, far more settings than those are stored. Like, there are loads and loads of settings. Okay, I'm just going to actually, I figure, might as well just test out, see how much of this is actually working on OpCrux right now, because either Nimbus Station just isn't working, in which case, well, there's no real point me attempting to go there, or it is working and it will be working when we get there later. Given I'm here, might as well do this for now. Yeah, I thought you might enjoy that, Visky. I mean, Slater's away at the moment, isn't he? So you've got some time. You got some time to get that world record. But yeah, it is genuinely cursed, and it would give you more control, and there would be the potential to make it work, but it would take a while to get used to it, because you have to hold down jump for longer than you would otherwise be used to, and double jumping becomes slightly jank. Nice. Yeah, because double jumping, I think the correct way of doing it is kind of press and hold until the peak, and then press and hold until the peak, and then do it again. But it's weird. It's weird, so it would take a while to get used to, but it would be more efficient. It would give you significantly more control. And I mean, for all speedruns, actually, like, it would, like, say you're running and jumping around and trying to, for instance, get slope speed in places, it would let you control how you landed significantly more. Okay, so this just is broken and I shouldn't expect that. I didn't know if that bug with nothing coming up was related to it lagging out, or to it not lagging out, to it not, to it just keeping my camera held there. It seems it is, so. I'm not going to bother completing the Wisp Lee mission, because I am perfectly willing to believe that Wisply will reward me for having the correct number of Maelstrom bricks, and I am not willing to spend that much time getting 20 Maelstrom bricks. Or not, I guess it's 10, because I've already got some. It should have been 25. Basically, however you cut it, I said that wrong. But yeah, and I don't see why it shouldn't be used, because it is just another LU setting. Thanks, Adam12, very cool. That also tells me, gives me some notion of how much latency I have, because it's not for me anymore. I don't actually. Oh, that's interesting. That's potentially very, very interesting. So Funky suggested to me yesterday that I take a look at using using jump heights that take 0 time. So just having a script that presses and releases extremely quickly 0 time. Waiting, did I already say hello to Skirby? I don't remember if I did or not. Hello, Skirby. And CMM12. For anyone who's wondering, we are currently taking a look at OpCrux. Just because I feel bad that I feel bad I didn't do as much with OpCrux back when Simon was still working on it, and I might as well give it a bit of a send off now. So for anyone wondering why we are here, because he put a lot of effort in, it deserves to be recognised. But yes, what I'm thinking though is the way it handled those jumps. It felt. Maybe Vaisky, you can, when you take a look at it, you can find this out a little bit more uncertain, but it feels like it just, like you've got your standard jump animation, and what it did was it basically, you go up, you go back down, go up, back down, and what it did was made you go up for as long as you're holding space, and then go down from the second you released it. And I don't think it set your velocity to 0 at the second you released it. I think it just made your vertical velocity, basically the negative of what it was. Which would mean, if you spammed it... I'll try to get away from me. Which would mean if you spammed it really quickly, there's the potential that your velocity could repeatedly be set to some constant downwards value. Which seems useless, but on slopes, if you were just on so when I tested this with Funky, I wasn't really testing over extended periods of time, but if you were on a slope, you'd be constantly giving yourself some additional velocity in that direction. Now you can see it's quite small, but every time I hit the ground, it takes a sec. It doesn't go very far because... let's see if I can get this. Yeah, this is just jumping, and you can see I'm moving some finite distance. That's because of slopes. And so the reason why a single jump doesn't take me very far is friction. LU does have friction implemented, but if you keep jumping, the friction doesn't apply, as you saw there, and you can maintain that speed and actually build it up. I don't know precisely how friction is applied in the air. I haven't tested that out, I haven't worked that out precisely yet, but... Okay, one thing I want to check. Let's just see what happens. Let's see how OpCrux handles me doing a gem pack when I don't have enough room. Where did that last one bounce to? Whoa. So that seemed to come up with like a little mail icon or something. That's not something that's been implemented on any other server. Yeah. Okay, that has not been implemented on any other server to my knowledge. I have never... No, I didn't mean to click that. good. Yeah, I've never seen that implemented. Okay, let's just go through these quickly. But yeah, so actually, the technique of turning on variable jump height and spamming minimum height jumps might actually get you significantly extra speed on slopes. Like just walking normally. Because if nothing else, spamming that reduces your friction. I don't know exactly. So basically, spamming will be equivalent to what like lots of people do at the moment, and you'll see me do a lot of the time, which is I spend most of my time in the air, and kind of every time, right when I land, I jump slightly afterwards, and I think it makes you go faster. I haven't actually tested it precisely, so it could be entirely placebo. It could be related to the fact that the camera moves more smoothly when you're in the air, and that makes me feel like I'm going faster. It could be any effect. I don't know. Don't know precisely what, but yeah, that might be worth looking into, Daisuke. If you really want to get some time on Slayer. I don't know how useful it would be in what am I saying? Did jump attacks actually? Okay, ground pounds don't work on OpCrux, it would seem. Other stuff does. Good to know. Oh, I didn't mean to smash that. Okay, I did though. I'm interested that this still thinks I have a full backpack. I wonder what's going to happen the next time I pick up an item. So I'm guessing it hasn't registered the disappearance of the medkits, or the medkits, the surprise packs. Okay. Oh no, I've already got one of these. No good. Brick booster pack. I'm interested to see how it handles those disappearing, because yeah, I don't know how it will. And as an experimentalist, gotta test it. If I can't get a drop from these guys, I'll just go to Klaus Set. Why aren't you smashing? Is that lag? Is this lag? I think I've seen this. I've seen this lag before. There we are. Okay. Pull back to Epsilon. Yeah, so I mean, basically at the moment I'm just doing dailies on a server that I don't intend on doing for that long. I'm just interested in seeing how much works. Or also on how OpCrux actually handles daily missions. Let's go jump pack. I mean, neither of those, none of them really have much use. Okay, so it did add it in where we might have expected it. Aha, so those spots seem to be permanently filled with nothing, which is fun. Gotta love some of the bugs. Where I saying? Okay, so, help. Why was that telling me where it was? Okay. Okay, so that it's not going to be worth doing because we know survival isn't working. I can see whether or not this mission works. I suspect if it works, it won't remove the items. That's just because I'd be surprised if Simon had actually worked to particularly implement this, but you never know. Maybe he did. Let's also just to get my speed. Okay, so it's tracking the bricks successfully. That's nice to see. I don't know at what point I actually got those bricks, but you know, it seems I did. Seems past Ninja had some sense. I wonder if I literally just picked them up in preparation for this. It's quite possible. There, I can't see. Are there any bricks up there? Nope. So for anyone who's wondering, because there definitely were bricks up there, I'm looking for those piles of bricks there, because those are the ones which, well, those are the ones which drop specifically the stuff we're looking for. Where are all the bricks? Where are they at? cannot find any. Which may put paid to the plan to test out this mission. Wait, so what mission? They're 8x1s, I think. Let me just go into DB browser. If they're not called 8x1, they would appear to not be called 8x1. Try for space? No. Oh no. Okay, wait, no. It'd be under display name. Okay. Slight briquette. Okay, are they tiles? Don't know. Let's give this a try. What? Okay, I used the wrong ID. I'm bad. That does not look like 8x1. No, that's 8x16. I am... Okay, I think I'm just going to leave it at me being bad and continue onwards. So it seems like unless it's through here. Okay, now I think I've looked where all of them normally spawn on the monument. I'm not certain how I got the ones I have. But I'm not going to belabor that, I don't think. There's one other pile, I think, up by Vector Longview, but I'm not overly concerned about that. Okay, so wait a second. In that case, there is actually nothing else to do that way, because I've accepted all the missions. I'm not going to bother doing Melody Foxtrot's mission, because we've established spiderlings can be smashed, but because of lag it takes ages and isn't particularly fun to do so, so I'm not going to do that. In which case we've got all the dailies from everything at the picnic area, but I think it feels like it would make more sense to go and try Nimbus Station again, because I can do dailies indefinitely and you'll all get bored, as will I. So let's bounce on over here. Tell me to. Okay, let's do this. Let's see how it tracks. If it does track. I would have thought this thing would have popped up telling me I'd completed the mission from the second I interacted with the binoculars. Yeah, okay. I couldn't remember. I knew certain things weren't being tracked on this. I didn't remember precisely what, but it seems binoculars are one of those things. Yeah, I couldn't remember if it was binoculars were being tracked and plaques weren't, or the other way around. It seems it is binoculars not being tracked. Okay, so in that case... Yeah, so imagine... Wait a second, I'm just going to demonstrate this. So, you can see the amount of speed I can get by doing these jumps, doing some well-timed friction cancelling jumps down here. Like you can see I build up some speed. I wonder, like, imagine if you could just fit in a lot more of those jumps. Why am I... No, I'm not... We've literally established they don't track. I'm not gonna do that. Okay. What do these all want me to do? Don't care. Chat's been dead for a bit. Describe more to me when it's possible. I hope that's not a challenge for me. Okay, slight bug there. If you notice, on the vendor it brought up the shop first, despite the fact I didn't click it. Tiny, tiny bug. Is it going to give me that lucky shovel? No, it isn't. I didn't hugely expect that. And I'm assuming all of the items which we got... Oh, wait a second. Okay, I don't think... Okay, that's interesting. So those all did get sent there. That's fun. I didn't realise they would be, because the mission involving the Ninjago guy sending you some mail, that didn't work. But hey, seems something at least is. Seems it was just that. Okay.
Chat's been dead for. Yeah, I'm just thinking with what Vice was saying about chat being dead. Something I know that they've started. I don't know if it's something Twitch implemented or if it's just something that certain bots implemented. I don't know how Twitch works, but the thing where they do bets. Yeah, so the thing where you kind of have the channel points, and the notion is you can bet them on certain stuff. I mean, I don't have anything like channel points implemented here, so I mean, kind of pointless in that regard. But it's interesting to wonder if I could do kind of channel point bets. I don't know what they be on though. I just know that that's a fun thing that I've seen I've seen particular Twitch streamers doing and having people getting a lot of enjoyment out of. Just like on literally the most random and pointless things you can imagine. Yeah, I mean, if I run out of topics, if I run out of things to discuss, yeah, you would. If I run out of things to discuss, you can imagine how much I could discuss. Million channel points for each key, nice. I don't know if it's possible to do on YouTube. You might have to teach me how that's done when I get off stream later. Risky. Okay, I'm gonna drink. I mean, because I'm getting progressively more and more thirsty. Okay. Okay, it's got the same bug DLU at least had for ages. I don't know if it still has, where... Well, I mean, don't overly want to get people to gamble too hard, but it is fun just because they are completely meaningless. They're completely meaningless points, but people can get into it and have some fun. Yeah, so just bug note the Quixicle. I was trying to use it earlier, and the Quixicle specifically, even though the icon was there, I had to drag it back over here. Did you hear Milo Snack Pigeon breathing very, very heavily there? Slightly scary. Yeah, so I think this will actually be a good way to check how the game handles friction, because if I've done the maths right, and the game, I guess there are multiple ways in which the game handles friction, which it would be worth considering. Yeah, so like, look, when I let go, I come to a stop in midair. I come to a stop pretty quickly. If I let go whilst on the ground, it's going to stop. So like friction does exist in the air. I feel like if you wanted, I feel like you could possibly, if you found something that was slippery, sorry, I'm totally forgetting what I'm doing. If you found something that was slippery and on a slope, which might be possible in Ninjago Monastery, you might actually be able to get a good amount of slope speed by pulling off the trick, because what the maths basically says is, depending on the angle you're at, a certain part of your downwards velocity will get converted into horizontal velocity if you are falling downwards and you take a jump. Sorry, I'm really not paying attention. And yeah, so if you're going directly downwards, the way LU handles those collisions is it basically resolves a component of your velocity. So it basically splits your velocity into parts of the velocity that are parallel and perpendicular to the surface you've landed on, specifically to the point you are colliding with. To the normal of your point of collision would be the precise way of dealing with it, given hitboxes. But basically, it splits it up into parallel and perpendicular to, for instance, these stairs, because these stairs, you can see by the way my shadow lands, are a slope. And yeah, it splits yeah, you can actually see there some good examples of getting up speed. You can also see that my speed does decay at the end, which is interesting. So there's the possibility that it might not be possible. I guess there's a question of, could you chain it? Could you chain those to increase your speed faster than friction slows you down? And I think from having done stuff with speed boosts in the past, that friction isn't actually. I don't know if friction is proportional to speed in this, the way like air resistance would be in real life. So it could actually be possible. I'm getting sidetracked. So yeah. So if I'm coming down this slope, if I'm coming down a slope that's at 45 degrees, which this not quite close to, maybe here, maybe this is 45 degrees. If I'm going down this slope, what's going to happen is my vertical velocity is going to be the bit, which is, you kind of split it up into a bit going perpendicular and a bit going parallel, and the bit which is perpendicular, that just gets set to 0, and it just leaves you with only the bit that's parallel. If you jump directly afterwards, that cancels. Jumping just sets your vertical velocity completely independent of your horizontal velocity, and so which, let's see if I can actually. I need to get this. Let's demonstrate. So I'm going quite quickly, and the double jump there gave me the same amount of height that you would normally expect. Despite the fact that I was falling, so jump velocity isn't relative in LU. Unless you are on a moving platform, then it is. But yeah, so basically, yeah, you convert. Basically, what happens is you get about 70% of your velocity. For anyone interested, it's actually 1 over the square root of 2. On a slope of 45 degrees, 1 over the square root of 2, or 70%, roughly 71% if you're being pedantic, 7.07, of your velocity gets converted into. Okay, so I think this is where it stops working.
The assembly builds new
Right,
inventions.
gotta go assembly. Yeah, so it takes, so part of your, so yeah, basically you only end up with, you end up with 70%, and then you lose another 70% when you jump again, but that means that your horizontal velocity has increased to 50% of the velocity with which you landed. Since velocity with which you landed is pretty much a constant, if you're making very, very small jumps, the velocity which you land is roughly a constant. That means you could literally just add some constant velocity onto your speed repeatedly.
Collect faction tokens to purchase.
And I'm pretty certain like this doesn't work. But I mean, summoner always.
Collect faction tokens to purchase specialty kit gear.
So this
and
is
unlock higher ranks in your specialties.
This is where it doesn't work. Let's see if, okay, so took to and pick my first specialty kit. Okay. I don't know what determines this. There's a chance we can get through this. So this is where I've seen people saying they can't get past. But let's just see if I can get the rank 1 specialty book for the summoner. There we are. Wait, really? Oh, okay, the ID for the summoner book. This was added early on in the game. Player Ninja of LU join. I mean, you're not wrong. I am in the game. Yeah, okay.
Collect faction tokens
so we can't get past this.
In your specialties.
Okay. In which case, I guess it's just a case of seeing. I suspect we need to talk to Nexus J before we can go and do anything like Gnarled Forest, which means even though Simon didn't intentionally plan for it, maybe these are knocked off in terms of the main quest chain. Oh, here, fun. Note the vault. The vault and that shiny bit. Okay, now I can go to Gnarled Forest. That's good. Okay, yeah, so what this means is that Simon has left on basically ATMs was something that we're were planned to be added to the game. They weren't ever, but if you change something known as feature gating in the client, they are left on. Okay, and so notice we're crashing here. I think this seems to be a bug where like the first time you try to transfer to a world, you crash on OpCrux. This seems to be what's going on. In which case, crash, open up again quickly. Have another sip of water. Type the right password rather than the wrong one. It's the issue that the fact that my account for multiple servers is DLU and all of them have different passwords. It's not good. It does leave me mucking it up a reasonable proportion of the time. My backpack is full. Yeah, yes it is. Yeah, I wonder if it... So I might take a look at doing a small task at some point that really abuses the variable jump height to experiment with slopes. It might be interesting. Okay, so this isn't going to work. That's not going to finish that mission. And it... Yeah, it seems it does. It seems what I was hoping would finish the mission doesn't, so... Gnarled Forest seems to be our best bet. Ooh, that's shiny now. No, it isn't. If it turns out to be a problem with Gnarled Forest in particular, we can always try out Nexus Tower later on. Okay. In the immortal words of Mario, let's go. Okay, nice. The flag. So that flag is meant to come up. You're meant to build this. You're then meant to get a pet. The pet digs there, and then the flag appears. Seems that's not working. Ah, well.
Well done.
Yeah, there is this weird bug with OpCrux that it seems it takes slightly longer. Yeah, the animation for building things takes slightly longer than actually building them does. So I'm fairly certain that is scripted because DLU didn't have that implemented originally. What's meant to happen... Oh, hello. Hello, a good way of getting coins. 1,000 coins every time you smash that. I won't complain. That's like 2. Oh no, blue coins are only 100, not 1,000. Red coins are 1,000, I think. Because when you smash yourself in the tens of thousands, it gives you 1%. Is that Mario reference an intro you reference? It's just something I say in incongruous times. Did he just punch me? I'm fairly certain the minifigure in the barrel just popped his hand out to punch me quickly and then returned. I mean, in fairness, I'm slightly clipping into his barrel, so I'm sure he doesn't feel too happy about that. Okay, first thing I've got to test. Okay, that wasn't what I intended to do. That's interesting, though. That I can actually deal... So I was aiming for this. I was wondering whether or not it would smash me. Okay, and it seems I may have issues completing this. I don't know, okay. I might get some issues smashing these guys, but... Oh, the guy I was... the guy whose mission I was trying to complete, who wanted me to build some stuff, who wanted me to collect those bricks over on the monument. I I wanted to do that to see whether or not brick requirements quick builds would work, but I can test that over here with the Siren. Now, yeah, okay, so I think money drops are significantly buffed on here. So you get far fewer item drops and far... Okay, just run off. Far fewer item drops, far more coin drops. Seems like. Okay, might go down to Brig Rock to complete this mission, honestly. I know this mission's kind of meant to be done in this area, but not many. So yeah, this is something that's definitely notably different to other servers. So I think I discussed this back around the time in one of DLU's testing phases. I think I made the comparison between DLU and Ultra, LCDR, DLU. It's between two servers. One of them basically implemented the spawn. Basically, there are things in the game known as spawn paths, which basically state that an enemy, the first enemy will spawn here, the next enemy will spawn here, and so on and so on. I think LCDR fully implemented those, but it really varies from server to server how they implement these. A lot of them will just spawn things in the first place on the spawn path, and a lot of them will perhaps spawn randomly along the spawn path, or will spawn everywhere. And this OpCrux seems to just be implementing spawning the first thing on the spawn path, whereas I think DLU maybe spawns things everywhere on the spawn path simultaneously. DLU, this area is certainly far more crowded. Okay, just gonna keep. Keep going. There are aspects of OU, especially when you've played it quite a few times, that do just become a grind. I have done some of these early game missions rather a lot of times by now. And there's rather a lot of just running around in circles. Which, whilst I don't mean to detract from a stream celebrating OpCrux, is one of the nice things about DLU recently. Because... yeah. For those who don't know, they randomly opened up... like, they randomly opened up Nexus Tower, Forbidden Valley, Old Forest, Racing. And so there's lots of stuff to kind of split things up. The other night I did just all the Nexus Tower missions, and some of those are insanely tedious, but like at least there are lots of options, and it's gameplay I haven't done a lot before. I would say, and it's particularly worth noting this, that Gnarled Forest I have not played up to in really any semblance of it being as like continuously as I've played through to it here, on any server other than DLU. I haven't specifically looked into this on Uchu recently. Hello, edgy boy, spelt with an O and an I, to truly symbolise edginess, I guess. I appreciate you as a one-dimensional boundary of a two-dimensional object. Don't know in which space you're embedded, but we care for you nonetheless. I'm assuming you're embedded in probably at least a two-dimensional space. Be reasonably impressed if you were embedded in a one-dimensional, and crash. We know what happens we know what happens here. Well, actually, no, we don't know what happens here because you guys haven't seen the message I saw. Which is going to involve me changing the title of this again. Ooh, and things lag out very, very nicely when... Okay, there we are. Some changes have just been pushed here. Nothing huge, like mostly, but there is one reasonably large change that's happened. I need to drink some more water. One reasonably large change which has happened for people like myself. Okay, let's pretend that didn't happen. Reasonably large change for people like myself who spend lots of time trying to clip out of bounds is the fact that when you spawn things now, apparently they are going to spawn ahead of you. So let's just test that out. Or they actually spawn in like the correct position, which previously they haven't. How many crashes have already been on this stream? I think probably 4. I think I haven't been precisely counting. But yeah, so let's just check this out. Wait, why would I use that? Wait, where's my rank 1 engineer cap? I don't accept the existence of the rank 2 engineer cap. There we are. Once what that thing will rebuild into, you have to keep wandering that Nexus J because that's not implemented. Okay, so yes, hello Vincent. Another crash, yay, from Ninja the Shadow. It's his life. And yeah, okay. So what should we do? I'm going to show off the fact that I have actually improved at racing. Oh, I can't show off that without other people. I'll go... Wait, that's not the way to racing anyway. I'm going to go to Nexus Tower for now. Friends list was having problems and was a bit broken the other day. It's good to see that's back up and running, and I can also see no one else is on the line, so no one against whom to race. Which means Nexus Tower, and I can always hop back over to racing if I see someone come online. But there is a good amount of stuff in Nexus Tower, not all of which I've tried yet, so makes sense to take a look there. So here we go. Oh yeah, note my very fancy rocket. It's a big boy rocket. Just saying. That cost me 9,000 coins. That cost me 9,000 coins, and inadvertently, the fact that that was as nice a rocket as it was cost me 180 faction tokens. That was very much inadvertent. Yeah, if you're down by skill, I'll happily give you a race. Let's see what missions we have open, because I'm sure there are still some missions for these people. Because they're very, very needy in the Nexus Tower. Well, there's one to hand in at least. That's Nexus Naomi, I think, up there. I don't know what I could have done for her, but I swear I completed my last mission for her. Oh. Okay. I don't really care about explaining my Vault account at the moment. I think this... Wait, which account is this one? Okay, no, this account is full backpack space. Sentinel scrub down. This doesn't work. I think I saw someone saying, am I managing to keep it up with everything with Uni and all? Uni currently isn't on. Wait, that... Oh, that's kind of cool. It changes your outfit entirely. Yes, so I've been told this mission does not... I've been told this mission doesn't work. However, I'm wondering... I don't know if it doesn't work because the stuff doesn't spawn in. It's looking like the stuff hasn't spawned in. I'm going to relog, see if maybe... So there should be oil patches. It was in the Sentinel area of Nexus Tower. So some stuff should be in. Checked out OpCrux earlier. when is that? Simon asked me anything planned. I don't know. I haven't heard back from him recently. It had. I am now at union, so can do it. But yeah, I haven't heard from him. Haven't heard from him on that. How are things going for you, Winston? How is university life and everything? And yeah, I was checking out OpCrux earlier. So OpCrux, whenever it crashes, it takes 15 minutes to restart, I believe. And so I'm just checking out some DLU, some of the Nexus Tower stuff, which I'm sure will be new for lots of people. In that time, I'm bad. Okay. Let's go for. Oh, hello. Hello, invisible quick build. This might actually complete a mission. I do have a mission to build a certain number of those. No, I think I already completed that. See, I did quite a few of the Nexus Tower, basically just housekeeping missions last night. It's literally them just asking me to do chores for them. Whilst I am on stream. Multiple people already know exactly what's happening from the second I changed that item. Yep, I am. Don't care if you call me a bad person. I am one. Okay, so quick attempt at a relog to see if that spawns the stuff in. If it spawns the stuff in, I'm fairly certain this mission shouldn't be possible at the moment. This soap gun should normally clear it up. I've heard tell that it doesn't, but I'm hoping the clod shucking shovel will actually do so. We will see. No idea why a relog would actually help. In retrospect, like thinking about. But anyway, we shall see. Yeah, at the moment, university is no one's here yet. Basically, no one's back. I came back early because I didn't have a great place to work at home. It is currently the holiday for us. So, okay, there should be somewhere around here. I'm wondering if the dirt could be invisible, whatever. It could be somewhere around here, but it seems not. It seems not. So yeah, I think I'm just going to run around quickly and show off. Actually, you guys probably have already seen Nexus Tower on my previous stream. Well, if not, then you can check out Nexus Tower on my previous stream. I'm thinking maybe I go Forbidden Valley way now. Until Visky gets on, and also until... Okay, so I'm going to do this until about the 2-hour mark of this stream, because I think by then OpCrux will be back up and running, and I continue to check that out. That is possibly a waste of a Quixicle, but I've got money. I don't. Quixicles are quite cheap. Quixicles are quite cheap, and they save me time and make me feel happy. What more do we really need? We've also eaten 1 apple so far today, and it's 3 o'clock. Should possibly have eaten more. Yeah, so we've got about 6 minutes of this before I'm going to head back onto OpCrux. Continue to show that off. I'm really, really happy. I mean, touch wood. I am touching wood right now, actually. The problems with bitrate randomly dropping to 0 have not really been a problem this stream. No rush, Visky. Don't worry. I honestly think maybe we can do some racing in a future thing, because by the time I run to Forbidden Valley and back, we wouldn't have too much time for racing anyway. Do I just fight everything in Forbidden Valley with this soap gun? I see no problem with this. Yeah. So this is slightly weird for me at the moment because my main account is actually further behind in Forbidden Valley than my Ninja. So this being my main account, and it's actually further behind in Forbidden Valley than my Ninja LU account, which oddly enough isn't my main. So my assembly is ahead of Paradox basically everywhere, or in my accounts anyway. My assembly account is pretty much always ahead of my Paradox account, but in Forbidden Valley actually it's the other way around, so I can complete some missions here. I'm not going to complain it dropped me here. Seems a strange choice, but oh no, this probably was just where I logged. Oh no, that was... Okay, it probably was around where I logged out, but that still shouldn't have dropped me here. Thank you for giving me a grey kepi hat for the memes. Now I have a legitimate grey kepi hat rather than one I bought. I need to go to... Yeah, parrot trousers for those people who really wish they'd gone a parrot, but they didn't actually manage to. Like, for instance, me. By the way, I've got to ask people, how rare is the messenger bag? Because yeah, I have only ever because I've never ground for these, but First Dragon, DLU 99 and myself, I've mentioned his channel on here previously, were doing some stuff the other night, recording some stuff for a video for him, and one of the things we did was a dragon battle, and First Dragon, he got a messenger bag. I don't remember if I think briefcase is rarer than messenger bag. I think people on here have gotten messenger bags already. I at the time thought they hadn't, but I think I was confusing them with briefcases. Oh no, oh no. Oh no. Okay. I'm going to see how far I can go. Because hopefully if I just keep walking far enough, I can actually get into the... I can get it such that my spawn point is in the right... Okay, let's get it. Let's get the map. So I'm trying to get to the Brick Fury area. Oh, okay. Invisible wall. Lovely. Yeah, Forbidden Valley has in my opinion, a problem with invisible walls being everywhere. It's stuff that, like... Yeah, okay, I can't be bothered. Let's just do... Let's see where this chooses to respawn me. Oh no, it's... There we go. Chose to respawn me there. Okay, fair enough. That is a valid respawn point. I cannot deny that. Okay, let's try and get through the tree without dying stupidly this time. Not that isn't my specialty. It's pretty much what I do best. Oh, okay. If Vicey's getting on DLU, then probably have shortest race, I think, is Nimbus Station Vertigo Loop. That's can be down to about 3 minutes. So I think, yeah, I think I'll head for Vertigo Loop, and we can do a race there, and by that point hopefully OpCrux will be back up, and we can continue on OpCrux. Maybe get to racing legitimately, actually, rather than how I have been previously. Oh, there might be a problem with racing, actually, on OpCrux, because Sky Lane only gave me one mission. She didn't give me the mission to talk to Velocity Lane. I don't think. That could be problematic. This is going to be your first ever race in LU. Oh, congrats. Well, I don't know if congrats is the right word, but yay. Yay. Yeah, good. Cool. So yeah, I mean, whilst we're here, shout out to Simon, because his research into racing was what made this possible. Oh, hello. We've got someone else. Who are you? We've got Vice. You're level 20. No, I disapprove. How are you leveled higher than me? No, I do not accept this. Leveled higher than me and haven't done racing. Keybinds are WASD and shift to drift. Space to activate boost as well. So yeah, I was discussing this the other day. Racing in LU is interesting because effectively the meta is get out ahead in like the first second of the race, and once you are ahead, just go for it. Yeah, once you're ahead, basically, or even if you're not ahead, basically the rules of racing are it is slow to be going without a boost. So you want to always be looking to for getting the next boost. And because there are so many imagination orbs and so many ways to recharge your boosts, it's basically, yeah, you basically want to aim for as many. That seems like a legitimate amount of health, Visky. You want to aim for as many imagination bricks, or many bricks, imagination orbs, etc. as you can. And so which is quite nice because it means there's kind of an element of getting around the track isn't the entire aim of this. Note my very fancy assembly car, people. Yeah, getting around the track a lot quickly isn't sufficient. You also want to pick up as... Yeah, it's not just... Like, primarily everything in this is about boosting. And about picking up as many things to boost you as possible. And I have spent... a perhaps concerning amount of time on Vertigo Loop over the past few days. Okay, I missed those two there. So even when I'm on one, I should be looking at getting my next boost. You can go in between there. You like lose a second of boost time from the pads, but it's worth it. And yeah, like you can nearly have permanent, in certain areas anyway, you can have near permanent boost up time. It seems to be worth it to skid around corners somewhat. Hey MM12, weren't you the one who told me to get good at racing? I have actually improved. You'll be pleased to hear. Oh, I missed that one though. That's bad. Never miss that one. This is not going to be a sub 3 minute one. But yeah, so some nice things. Things respawn in different places. Oh, I mucked that up. This is bad. An unusually long stream for me. It's because it can be. Back at uni now, so I actually can do... Okay, I'm doing badly in this race, but hopefully Visky's still having difficulty with the controls. Yeah, this is an unusually long stream for me. I really want to give OpCrux a good amount of time, and I don't know when I'll next have time to look through it, so the aim is to get through OpCrux content today. I mean, not that I'm on OpCrux right now, this is currently DLU, but in fairness, even though this is DLU, it is covering stuff that was investigated by Simon, and this is still covering Simon's work. It was implemented by Vincent. Credit to Vincent, and this isn't to detract from what he was doing, but and from what he achieved. But yes, this was a lot of the original research behind this was that of Simon, I believe. It's not okay. Let's turn. Did I turn slowly? There we are. Got some racing done. Apparently there is a thing where it will show you like different sections of the track near the end of a race. And there's Visky. That's not bad for a first thing. Your 100% Mario Kart DS was standing you in good stead there, Visky. And with that, yeah, I think I would love to keep racing with you, Visky, but I'm going to hop off and finish up the OpCrux stream, and I'm happy to race with you more later. I mean, do a later stream. I did tell you about the boost button. I said space to boost. Check the VOD. It's not a VOD. This is YouTube, but check the video. Okay, so I'm going to return. Going to get OpCrux back up and running, because hopefully that will hurt the stuff. And yeah, let's see what's implemented. I'm not expecting stuff. I'm not expecting stuff to have been worked on past Nimbus Station. I'd be surprised if it had been, but we can give stuff time. I also hadn't taken a look at red blocks. Should have looked at red blocks when I was there. Is there a help pop-up for controls? Huh. Missed it, okay. You can do this.
Well done.
Do this mission quickly. Yes, there's that weird thing about there seems to be some sort of desync between the animation and my character being unlocked and able to move. Don't know what's going on there. Something is, but it's reasonably minor. And what's not reasonably minor is the extent to which I'm bad. Does Keelhaul Canyon work in DLU? Yes. I've got some videos recorded of me doing races in... Wait. That's not where I meant to go. I've got some videos of me doing races with various people recorded. Most of them don't have audio to them. But yeah, those, I'll put them out at some point. Okay. Cannot... Either can't sell items or it's just lagging. It may just be lagging. Cannot trash. Can I use it again? Okay, it's just going to let me use that an infinite number of times as a power-up. I like it. Okay, we're also getting hardtack biscuits. Where are hardtack biscuits? Level locked. Brilliant. Okay, I guess I won't be getting those right now then. Silly me. Let's see how many I completed. This is that. Going to 8. Fine, just look at you. I can't look at you. You're hiding in a box. Okay, so you go to variable jump heights. There'll be a value. It'll be set to 0, and you change that to 1, and that turns it on. I mean, you can try mucking around with giving it other values other than 0 and 1, but I doubt they will do anything. Okay. So we get these, continue the quest chain. I don't know whether or not I'm actually meant to be here, like whether or not I've been able to get here in live without returning to Nexus J. So normally what happens is Nexus J will give you a mission to see Hugo first. He didn't do that here. Okay, nice. Do any of the non-blockyard properties work? I'm assuming you're referring to DLU, and the answer is no. Some of them, by interacting with them, you can get 2 blockyard properties, I think. But no, you can't. The non-blockyard properties do not work. Okay, server's a little bit behind at the moment. Just see by the stuff getting used. Actually, a nice check is probably to equip that and see when it equips, because equips are done via the server, whereas using items like the Quixsicle, the equipping of the Quixsicle to this place in the hotbar, that is done via the server. Actually, using the item is you get the effect on the client. The server will have told the client previously which effect to be using. Oh, okay. Okay, the server's catching up. I'm gonna see how many I can accept. Just the one. Yeah. Wasn't expecting any armor, but it was worth a try. Always worth a try. Welcome, Explorer. Welcome yourself. Hello. Can I make room for it? Yes, okay. Okay, this is what I'm... Okay, so wait, does that one require... Okay, this one requires just imagination. So the mermaid statues require just imagination. The siren statue requires a siren's head. I mean, I'm strongly assuming this won't actually apply a status effect to these guys. No. But, oh well, okay. Let's... I don't think I get any missions to kill admirals until I'm over by Brig Rock. I think we just see them and are meant to kind of run away desperately at this point in the game. Trash those. No point having that. No point having items that can restore your health if there's nothing that can deal damage to you. Go. Throw buckle. Okay. Okay. Possibly should have looked when making that jump. Then I might actually have made it. Hello. Okay, yeah, so note the plus icon. I don't know if this is intended on servers, but all of the servers I've seen thus far, when you get to Gnarled Forest, it does this. It lets you pick up the next mission before you've actually completed the previous one. And in particular, even if you haven't accepted the previous mission, like completed it regardless, it just lets you get away with that. I don't know if it was like that in live. Oh no. Okay, so these should have a 100% drop chance, but we know that drop chances on OpCrux aren't precisely what they are on all other servers. Okay, no, we got one. That's good. Note there should be something of an ambush here. Ambush has not arrived, and this is kind of my point. This is like... This guy's going to direct me to Merciless... I'm going to get directed to Merciless Ned by Arthur Arbuckle, but I've already spoken to him now. Okay, go blue. There we are, yeah. So this is directing. Oh, okay, that's not actually directing. That's directing me to... because it's not Merciless Net, okay. There we are. Okay, so there are missions for smashing these crates. I'm assuming they're not going to work. The crates themselves certainly don't do any damage. But yeah, just saying, this isn't bad going for OpCrux. Like, I feel OpCrux lost out because, like, the linear progression doesn't get you through survival, and you also can't get... there are, like, lots of bugs in terms of equipping stuff, etc., and in terms of this mission, apparently. That's fun. But in terms of just... Oh, great. Thanks for respawning me here. But in terms of just, like, worlds, etc., it's a lot of... Like, there's a lot of progress that's been made to make all of this possible. Go through. Okay, so this guy, I'm assuming I won't bother with his mission. Can I just... I wonder if it's possible to just stand on... Okay. Okay. Why did I do that? Oh, here I am stuck again. I'm a simple man. I see shift. I press shift. Okay, so trying to think about what's locked. I can't do the Ecom's the Monkey mission. Can't do the Merciless Ned mission. So we seem to have borderline reached the end of the missions we can do here in Gnarled Forest, because this means I can't even get Boom Trap kits, so I can't even quick build clip, and nor can I earn any of the faction tokens to get myself an engineer kit, so I can't quick build clip with the engineer, which means I can't get over to the other side. Oh, one thing I should check. Did the Siren's Head get used up? No, Siren's Head did not get used up. Okay, that's fine. That wasn't happening in DLU until reasonably recently. So... yeah, so this is like the place where I can imagine being able to chain... being able to use variable jump height would actually be very powerful. Oh, I don't need quick build glitches to get up there. Sorry, I totally forgot that. Can also get the mission from this guy. He's going to tell me to get some bananas to feed the prisoners. It's from Ralph Brigeyes, I believe. Hello. Okay. Let's get some bananas, because it seems we won't be giving any bananas to Ecom's at the moment. So let's... okay, bananas don't drop. I think that something on DLU made me think they were scripted. Okay, so can complete that mission. I mean, I could give /give, but he doesn't actually. That mission doesn't lead you anywhere. Can complete that mission. Okay, so the only thing I can do is continue down to the camp and see what's implemented there. Goes. Come on, where's the music? Actually, genuinely, where is the music? Okay, I could get can get these with quicksicles and with well-timed jumps. That is possible, but we're not going to be able to get into the cannon thing anyway. And it seems my jump is... I don't know if that's the server getting involved with jumps. They shouldn't. But I don't know why I'm unable to get this, because normally you can literally double jump and you can just clip it. Yeah, Visky? Something seems to have elicited a strong reaction. Okay, yeah, that would normally have smashed it. I can't jump scare you like that. What did I do? What, sing? Thanks, mate. Actually, I might have extra reach because I've got I do have the improved fishing pole. And usually you don't need a speed boost. Is that not just because you can do it with the gun? Is there something else going on there? Okay. Yeah, because I definitely can't reach that with this. Okay. Anyway, I don't know. I'm coming to the end of what I really want to do on this stream. Like, I will check out Forbidden Valley, but we are reaching the stage where you get the picture. There are lots of missions that work outside of here with the existing code, but I think you've all got the idea of what kind of things are possible. We have got linear gameplay up to Nimbus Station. I really wasn't planning on doing this for as long as I actually did in the end. We've got linear gameplay pretty much up to Nimbus Station. And then in Nimbus Station, in and slightly beyond, then we start running into problems, but that's simply because Simon hasn't worked on those. Jump kick for the long one. Interesting. Not when I was doing it, but I might just be bad. Why are there two different pieces of music playing in the background right now? Do I go Nexus Tower, Forbidden Valley? I think Forbidden Valley. Oh, I also don't... okay, let's just check something. The quest chain shouldn't let me go to Nexus Tower until I've talked with the guard. I'm fairly certain. Yeah, I've got two different pieces of music playing simultaneously on my client. Yeah, okay, so it won't. Oh, I should have tried racing. You have to place. Okay, so I cannot get racing in the main quest chain, and there'll be those of you who have... you can see me racing previously. I've got other videos which include me racing. Okay, this combination of music is cursed. I just want to get out of here. I don't know what has happened. I think it must be client-sided, but whatever it is, I don't like it. So presumably I'm meant to be level 15 by the time I reached there. I very much was not. But yeah, like, note the Mardorf mission's working, like... And this was comparable progress to that DLU had. Like... DLU pre-crash testing. Well, I mean... That's kind of... I mean, I've already done racing and had that work once. If it's been broken since then, no intention of like using this, going there and demonstrating it just to see it broken. There are videos on my channel of it working if people want. Wow, that's a good source of money. That's about 1,000 in one hit. Okay, something the wise. Okay, we'll see if the updrafts work. The updraft should work. He's got phantom physics working elsewhere. That should be working. Yep, okay. I mean, so again, I'm saying that as it's like a small thing, but the updrafts, getting the updrafts working, that was big when that first happened. That's big, that's cool. This might soft lock me or break me or something. No, okay. I don't have the thing to use for that. Yeah, this is a lot less crowded than it is on DLU, for instance. Significantly less crowded. Yeah, stuff like test map. Oh, yeah, I mucked up there. I might die here. Well, actually, I won't die, but I... Hey, respawn me the right place. Nice. Okay, where do we go? Kenji the what? Let's talk to these people. Wow, get lots of money here. It's 800 plus coins. Yeah, it's on 942, 23942 before that, I think. Interested to see how this is implemented, or like exactly how long this like takes to work and come down. I'm interested to see whether it works the same way it does in DLU. Don't know what just gave me that full. Okay, it did come down, so it took a similar amount. It seems to work the same way it does in DLU. Which is wait up there for ages for no apparent reason and only then come down. Don't know why. Don't know why at all. Nope, nearly fell off the tree, so I wasn't paying attention. I'll surprise you. Bong. Okay, that mission's not working. Yeah, presumably lots of these things have to be scripted individually. So it was a big thing we all used to say back in the day. It's a really kind of standard thing people would say, which is the fact that things you have that you don't measure progress by worlds. That because once you've implemented something somewhere, it's implemented everywhere. This is true. This remains true if you implement missions somewhere, if you implement a particular script somewhere, you implement it everywhere. However, in order to there are lots of scripts which do just appear in one place. Back in the day, those weren't really important because those weren't the things people were focusing on. People were focusing on getting stuff like missions working, stuff like that. They were focusing on on those kinds of things. Whereas now, looking at stuff like DLU, looking at stuff like OpCrux, lots of the subsystems work. Lots of the subsystems work on both DLU, OpCrux and stuff like that, and it's a question of implementing lots of scripts. And lots of scripts are actually quite local to zones. Okay, let's see if the Ronin spawn. No, okay. I really, really didn't expect them to. On the upside, these guys won't attack. And hopefully this doesn't take away my Maelstrom bricks. Okay, so I do complete this achievement. I'm not hugely concerned about fully testing this because I know I'll complete this achievement. I'll get the thing from it because we've seen that has been implemented successfully. Smash 10 Dark Ronin. But I won't be able to progress further in the missions because I can't complete the mission that requires building a hammer, and I won't be able to do nunchuck or anything like that. And I won't be able to get through there because of that. I can't get to Nexus Tower, so I can't buy myself Spring Boots, which means I can't check, certainly not vanilla anyway, I can't check about anything through there, or anything past there. At which stage, and I know for a fact Simon, okay, I don't know for a fact, but I'm pretty certain Simon at no point worked on pets, which means there's a lot of extra stuff which you'll be able to see working in lots of different places, like Crux Prime, etc. And there'll be lots of stuff you can see working there. I'm not going to really worry loads about checking all of that stuff out because it's not showing anything new. The only reason stuff will be working there is if it happened to work with scripts that Simon had implemented for stuff we've already seen in this video. So I'm not going to worry hugely about that. I wanted to see how far we could get in the quest chain. That was bad. I wanted to see how far we could get in the quest chain. I think we've done that to some extent. I am really, really, really incompetent. Just want to do a running jump. Why can I not play game? Bad, Ninja, bad. There we are. There we are, actually getting momentum. Okay, last thing I'm going to check then, before I think I call it a day, finally get some food and save my throat, which is getting reasonably sore by this stage. I'm just going to sit, I'm assuming this... Oh, it won't work because I need to have the mission to... I need to have already gotten a car. So racing is implemented, but it's not implemented if you go through linearly. So, with that, basically, I think this and my previous video should serve as a reasonable summary of what is and is not possible at the moment on OpCrux. And it's a lot of stuff that is possible. There's lots that isn't, and there are lots of bugs. Like, I mean, you can see I don't have any armor. I've equipped stuff with armor. No, don't have anything like that. But that was never hugely the point of OpCrux. Okay, well, it was weird because it was weird, and I don't think anyone actually knew what the point of OpCrux really was. Because OpCrux, it began out of the ashes of Uni, and it kind of began around that time, and it started with the same aim many of the projects had back then, which was implement the game. And people were implementing the game in a fairly standard fairly standard way, standard sequence of things. That was just how it was done. Now, we kind of, after that, you kind of began having projects that actually, suddenly multiple projects kind of began. There was kind of the Uni and what was then LUR that then became OpCrux. There wasn't really much else at the time. Then DLU occurs. DLU occurs, suddenly starts showing progress, and LCDR, because of DLU, decides, okay, I've got to show off. I don't want it to just be a one project thing. Let's remind people that there are other projects out there. So LCDR does his. Meanwhile, LUR is kind of left out of this, in part because of the way it was, because like just how it was run at the time. And that's not saying anything against it. I'm an ex member of, well, technically still a member of LNA, or Lego Nexus Adventures. And if you want advice on how not to run a project, there is no one better than LNA to talk about stuff like that. Like, I'm not saying this is an insult, but it was very much just another Uni-like thing. And compared to LCDRU and DLU, it never got much attention because of stuff like that. And then later on, as more projects as people just started creating project after project, lots of projects were differentiated by something. Willis was the new Uni. Uchu was, I guess, then the new Willis. Uchu was the new kid on the block server for quite a while, and then it actually started getting lots of stuff implemented, added to it, and it became the open source challenger. And OpCrux began as just trying to be another DLU, and I think in terms of structure, you can see Simon talking lots of places about OpCrux being about his plans for OpCrux, and his plans for OpCrux really mirror the plans DLU have. And it feels like it was basically trying to be another DLU. That's always how it felt to me. And it didn't succeed in that. But I think Simon kind of realised it wasn't going to succeed in that. And so you had him then doing lots of amazing stuff. You have him implementing stuff like racing. You have him doing research into lots of things that other people hadn't usually researched. And it left OpCrux in a difficult position because it has lots of stuff, but it's not the stuff you would... Really? Did I just manage to get... Okay. Got kind of stuck inside there, but then got out. Okay. Yeah. Because it had lots of stuff. It had lots of stuff researched and implemented, but it's not stuff in a linear question chain. And I think that's kind of come up. You can see from doing this how much stuff just happens to be implemented. Like the updrafts there. That's just something that just happens to be implemented. There's a lot of stuff like that in OpCrux. And racing, again, it's implemented not as one would implement it for a server like DLU. It's implemented as a test bed server where Simon was testing out lots of code, and so you can't get to racing necessarily, but I've done my videos previously showing racing, and you can see it works. You have to use GM commands to get there, and it's not part of the linear quest chain, but that doesn't detract from the fact it works. And there's lots of stuff like that on DLU that people miss out, with OpCrux rather, that people miss out because unlike DLU, it's not a continuous quest chain. And that's the reason why what's happened has happened. It's because people miss out like that. And yeah. I've been IntroValue. Thank you all very much for surviving hours and crashes and bugs and everything. You've all been legends. And with that, I think I'm going to head off. I'll be doing stuff on things. I'll be doing stuff on DLU coming up. because there's lots of stuff doing this, but I really wanted to give OpCrux the chance to be shown off, because there's a lot of stuff that got a lot of work that got put into this, a lot of stuff to show off about, and I never really did. So with that,